Well, well, well. Look what we have here. Crappy graphics, vis recorder, slow motion finger of death. Well, what do you know? It's the Atrium bringing you a Pokemon area Wi-Fi battle. I'm not sure what number this would be since I don't keep track anymore. But I got nothing else ready to say. I know it's been a long time since I posted one of these because I've mostly been doing PO and what right now. I got dragged into a battle while at this one chat room, so hold it out my sexy body. So I have no choice but to do this battle. So I had to go do it. Yeah. It's against a Japanese guy who on the chat room, his name is Falcon. And from his team preview, I saw that he mostly relied on baton passing, speed boosting to a bunch of tank-like, offensively oriented Pokemon. So I knew he'd probably lead off with his Ninjas to try to start the sweep off as soon as possible. That's why I chose to lead off with my handy-dandy little red minion here, my support Gyarados, which unlike most Gyarados sets who rely on Dragon Dance and whatnot, this bad boy here relies on actually being a helpful tool to my team. By passing along paralyzation and roaring things out and taunting whatnot. So he goes for a Protect first turn to scout what I'm going to do, in which I use the taunt to try to scout what he was going to do. So obviously he had a better play, so now he could taunt pass off the speed boost. It was Metagross. He did not expect me to have the roar though, so out goes his Metagross and in comes his Infernape. And upon which I saw the fake out, I figured it was the Stealth Rock carrying one with Fire Blast and Close Combat and fake out. But nah, Gyarados takes a T-punch to the face. I was like, bah! Like, oh, instant kill right there. That crit did not matter. I calced that. It was like bajillion HP damage right there. Thing was dead. And so then comes in Donphans, and he goes for the U-turn, which does 44 HP damage. That's not really much. And then comes in Dusknoir, while I set up my Stealth Rock. So I figured Roxy better to have up on the field than anything else with his Ninjask out there. Severely limit his life. So I switch out into my Celebi, expecting a Will-O-Wisp or whatnot, but then I get tricked in the face. So I'm thinking it might be Choice Bandit or whatnot. No, I got a Lagging Tail. And then he uses Protect to try to see what I'm going to do, and then he sees a Thunder Wave, so then he goes for the Memento, which gives him a free switch into anything he wants. And so in comes, which is actually a very smart play, seeing as he's going to get his Ninja skin for free. So now I'm forced to switch out, which gives him a chance to actually set up whatever he wants to, possibly baton passing it away. But yeah, and now he's got Swords Dance Boost, which is a +2, and now he's going to get +1 from Speed. And he goes for the Protect to try to get a second Speed boost, while I go for the Roar. It didn't work. Protect stopped. Now he baton passes it, even though he knows I'm going to use Roar. He should have just stayed in there and used those +2 things to try to hurt me with something or other. So now his thing gets roared out, and now he goes back into Ninjask. That's where this 4 EV difference thing comes in. If he had the 4 EVs in HP instead of in defense, those Stealth Rocks would have killed him. But nah, he had them in the right place. Good for you, Falcon. You know what you're doing. But he's Japanese, so of course he knows what he's doing. Oh look, I got a text message. I'll get to that later. So in comes an Ape again, which gets roared out into Dragonite. So I'm just roaring everything out. Like, I'm phasing like a boss. That's how it's done, Donphan. Phase. In comes in Jirachi, and I'm expecting the Outrage. Normally my Jirachi can eat these all day long, but thanks to a crit that totally mattered, he's able to get the 3-hit KO with Outrage on my Jirachi. 1 HP. That's how you know Jirachi's a boss. 2 crits in a row and lives with 1 HP. But I don't get the Parahag, so I'm like, aww, sad. Sad, sad. So now I'm going back into my Donphan to eat that Outrage, but then he goes for the Roost. So now he's back at full HP, so all that prior damage to before it was meaningless. And then he comes in Ninjask as Death Father, so you can get a free switch into something. Now, Garchomp's here, and being the physically beast monster that he is, Donphan takes that like a champ, and I can get an Earthquake off, which does a good amount of damage to him. Like, that's a solid 3-hit KO right there. I eat the second Outrage for lunch, and there's that Earthquake. But Donphan's feeling kind of full, so I don't think he's going to stick around for dinner. Donphan is going to switch out. Let something else take that. So I send in Astaria as a Death Fodder to, die. He could have gone the soft KO right there, but he didn't, and I'm like, oh. My luck's just not holding out. So in comes in Donphan, and now he hits himself in confusion, and I'm like, oh, well, thank you. You made my life a lot easier. You hit yourself in confusion now. And in comes in Infernape. Now, I saw the fake out coming. I didn't want to switch on anything else to take a fake out, so I let Donphan eat it. And Donphan ate it like, nom 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 nom. And then he goes for the U-turn again, which again does very little damage to my Donphan because he's a boss. You know, Donphan, he was definitely OU material. I'm not sure why they had him in UU from the start. Why? Why, Smogon? Smogon, you're retarded. He's definitely OU. Look at that. Now he's trying to take up a Dragon Dance, but thankfully I predicted that, and I go for the Roar. So then out, no more Dragon Dance for you. No more dancing for you. Dancing all out on my field. And in comes Ape. And I'm thinking he's probably trying to go for the fake out or something, and he goes for the Heat Wave. And I'm like, oh. Donphan no longer a boss. Donphan a dead person. But then the torch gets past the Inoki, and he's like, ah, fuck this. And then he switches himself out to Gastrodon, who takes that Heat Wave, like, seriously, like, look at that. Nothing. Stab Heat Wave, nothing to Gastrodon. But then I get the burn. I'm like, alright, so you get the 10% burn with Heat Wave, and I don't get the 60% para. Yeah, right. And here comes in Dragonite. Now, with my past experience with this Gastrodon, I know I could take one Outrage. Barely, but I can take it, and I can get the Scald off. And thankfully, I get the burn. That's what I was praying for. I had my fingers crossed, like, not just my fingers, I had my toes and my tongue crossed and everything. And then the burn doesn't even kill me. I'm like, oh, really? And then the second Outrage kills them, and I'm like, yes! Please be the 2-turn. Please be the 2-turn. But no, it's not the 2-turn. But in comes N4, who's another physical monster on my team, and she eats that Outrage. Like, look at that. I mean, I probably can't even see it because it's such crappy quality, but it was hardly any HP, and I got my recover off, so now I'm at full HP, and that's a dead Dragonite there, and a huge threat taken out. And then there's Metagross, his final Pokemon. He goes for the Meteor Mash, does over half, and that's the Thunder Wave. Something tells me his Dragonite must have been jolly natured or something, because that Outrage was doing a heck of a lot less than Stab Meteor Mash. So I can get the recover off, and I'm praying for the paralyzation. But then he goes for the Earthquake. I guess he was fearing the Meteor Mash miss. Meteor Mash miss. There we go. Man, it's a tongue twister. Try saying that 5 times fast. Meteor Mash. Ah, I failed already. But yeah, so he gets the second Meteor Mash off, and nearly kills me. But I can get my recover. That's right, taking that HP back. And there he goes for the, I think that was the 4th Meteor Mash, and it ends up KOing me. He's about half health because of the hidden power of fire, and then in comes in that bum, Nidoking, and uses Earthquake to finish him off, and that will be the game. Good game, Falcon. Hope we can have another rematch sometime. Yeah, I tried getting my ace card working, couldn't get it to work. Bye.